Ladies and gentlemen, in front of me I have a certificate. It is from Paris. It's presented last year in 2009. It happens to be the Gourmand World Cookbook Awards for 2009. It is a winning certificate. The title of the book, Make It Moroccan. The publisher, New Holland, Australia. The category, Best African Cuisine Book in the World. With me tonight I have Hassan Souli, a African and Moroccan chef who happens to have one of the best restaurants in Manly, and we'll talk more about that later. But also presented to me is finalist in the Best African Cuisine Book for Australia, the same book, Make It Moroccan, and I have it here in front of me, and what an amazing piece of literature it seems to be. First of all, Hassan, welcome to Bite.
Thanks, Tim.
No problem whatsoever. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah. Look, Hassan, before we get right into the nitty-gritty of your passion for food, tell me, how did you start off in life? What were the foundations for where you are today?
Well, it depends if we're going to start from Morocco or we'll start from Australia. I think Australia will be enough for me to start with, and 26 years ago, 1985, and arrived just to someone hungry for studying the media and TV and movies and all that kind of things there. That's my first reason to come here, and I started working in a restaurant, which is one of the skills I have from France before I come to Australia. And I started working with some French cuisine, which is used to be only rare here, and I did like Swiss and more European. But suddenly, in a couple of months, I find out that there is no such Moroccan or any African restaurant around, and someone gonna do it. So it was me, and that's the beginning, really.
Have you changed the way you cook couscous and the way you prepare your meals? What have you seen change since you started your restaurant in Mosman, and the experience that you've generated over the last few years with Out of Africa in Manly? Is there a way that you have cooked couscous differently, or any of your ingredients differently, or has it remained true to your original recipes, true to your beliefs in the way it should be presented?
Definitely will be changed. As much we love what we have, it's always we believe of what our parents give us and what we can give to new generation. We can't just keep turning in the same circle. We have to build it up. We have to expand our knowledge, and the product what we find now in the market is not the same product we used to have before.
Okay.
And we still selling the tradition dishes always in the menu, and with exactly the tradition ways. Yeah. But we built from that other 3 steps to a new cuisine, and that's my responsibility here for representing the African or Moroccan cuisine, which is 26 years a lot, and a lot of things happening.
Absolutely.
And it's actually like as you see in the books I have, the first one or second one, and I had about 20 to 30% of the tradition and about 70% of my creativity here in Australia. So I did play with the couscous in different levels. Sure. And new dishes, and to go more like in open plate, and using the unusual ingredient. Okay. And when you say unusual ingredient, using more like fig, using artichoke, using pomegranate, using kumquat, using...
Really, isn't it? I think that there's so many kept secrets. Restaurants are such amazing little places, you know. If you really, I think that they're taken for granted. You know, it's so easy to cruise in, have a meal, cruise out, go, gee, that was nice, or the service was terrible, food was good, dessert was lovely, walk out and keep it in the back of your mind. But it's really rare to go somewhere and get some depth and get an experience outside of just the food. You know, it's...
Well, there's a difference between there is the cook and there is the chef, and there is the creative and there is the arty chef and all these kind of things too. It's a good place that person have create atmosphere, create something, you know. It's very hard sometimes for the chef to do what he believes, what he want to do, or what working for people. Yeah. You find it's become more economic, you become more business when you just I'll do it working, or I'll do what I believe, and you're taking that risk. And it does work in the end. Sometimes it takes long, but people who really, as you said, are looking for something different, you feel it. It is a kind of triangle between the atmosphere and the food and the feeling of the place, which is service and the atmosphere. That's why the customer become more sophisticated now. They become more smart now, more aware about things. You can't call them. You can't just make fancy plans. Blah 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 blah. It doesn't work this way. People go for the taste and the unusual things. In general, restaurant business is really day-to-day business. You finish today and you're done. Next day is totally different things. You're not having a contract of a year or something like that. It's not like hotels. It's just it's what you do. And the best restaurant always you find them in local when places local eat, not when the tourists eat. When tourists eat, anything you can do is have to be in a good position. People come and go who care. You don't try hard, but if you're in a local area, if you don't do good, you're gone. And it's always you see that only 75% they never survive in restaurant. It's true. Yeah, absolutely, because merguez is really, it's North African name for sausages that's made with the harissa and the spices, and you can have it beef or chicken, or you can have it in the lamb. And concasse is more or less like a fresh tomato poached with the only olive oil and garlic, and and you can just add to it olives and poached egg. And you have yourself in a dish in a weekend or any day.
Okay. Well.